Hello, chat. Give chat a couple minutes, make sure the stream's working. Alright. Yep, looks like everything's going. We'll see. Control V. Alright, looks like everything's going. Good. Alright, there we go. Phoenix, how you gonna show up in chat but not answer my Discord messages? Alright. I am a girl. My name is Evie. Your grandson. There is only one name for this person. Gabe's schedule. Gabe's schedule. Alright. Let's pick up the PC potion because that is needed. This is a Nuzlocke, so we have to have it. Girl, I've been dying all day today. I've slept most of the day, plus I didn't see your message. Dude, you literally went to sleep like in the early afternoon yesterday. I've not seen you since yesterday afternoon. I don't know how you slept most of the day. I freaking wish. Okay, now comes one of the single most important decisions for this whole freaking challenge. This is a tough decision because, in all honesty, during Nuzlockes, usually your best bet would be to go Bulbasaur or Squirtle. And then, for obvious reasons, we're not touching Charmander. Charmander is not the starter we're picking here. We're gonna save real quick. Set attack speed to fast. We're gonna also turn battle scenes off for right now. So, because the way this challenge works is it literally locks out the Mon permanently for the rest of the playthrough. And that's not just for Fire Red, that is for every game after. And we've got a lot of games on our roadmap. And quite a few of them use these starters. So, I think for the sake of this challenge, I think Bulbasaur still ends up being like the best pick here. So, we are gonna take Bulbasaur. Obviously, we name it Thickums. I need to get a haircut, like, so badly. Okay. Yeah, this cough has been a pain to the point that my chest hurts and I think I'm starting to lose my voice. Phoenix, stop being sick. It's that simple. Just solved all your problems. Alright, Alright. For obvious rules for our Nuzlocks, especially for this challenge, Nuzlocke does not start until we get Pokeballs. Okay, all you have is Scratch right now, so we're gonna Growl. Let's lower your attack. That did 3 because of that, so let's lower you -2. That did 2 damage. Let's go for -3. We're gonna try to get this as low as we can go, chat. Tell that to my immune system and the nature that is Florida weather. So that's 4. So unless it crits, we should start seeing some better control. Okay, we are definitely in crit range, so... Yep, so that's 2. Oh. Houndoom's playing Pokopia. Alright, and boom. First battle under our belt, we beat Charmander. Yes, you clearly should have picked a Squirtle so I could start obliterating you with grass-type moves. Okay. I don't know, did they heal me? Yeah, so they did heal me. Awesome. So the big problem with this challenge is if we pick up, like, Rattata here, we lose Rattata later on as well. So, like, we would lose the Alolan variant. Which, I mean, isn't horrible. I do like the Alolan variant more. Also, I think this house needs a deep clean because I think that's one of the causes of me getting sick all the time. Well, then clean the house, Phoenix. Jeez. Mm-hmm. too far. Bruh, you can't complain about cleaning the house when you... I can't with this, man. Okay. Both of these children need to go to bed. Let's go this way. Boom. 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 Take the parcel to Professor Oak. Get the Pokedex. And our Nuzlocke has officially started. Oh. So we're clearly going and getting the map. I don't know why he thought I wouldn't go get the map. Sebby, you know me, just because I say something needs to happen doesn't mean that I'm gonna do it. Well, that sounds like a personal problem then. Alright, what's our first encounter? Oh no. Okay, I was really hoping for Rattata here. I think the best thing we can do here is kill it. Pidgey might be better later on, and I don't think Pidgey is the best play to pick up here in Fire Red. So I was really hoping to pick up Rattata there. I feel Rattata would have been better to get here, so that way if we did... The best birds to get in this game are literally Spearow or Doduo. So I think what we need to do, we need to go up to Route 2, hope for the Rattata encounter, go back to this side route over here, and then grab the encounter there. It is quite literally the best play we can make here. So let's go up here, get the TTTV. You bet it is. Don't worry, I'll probably clean the rooms tomorrow if I feel better. I don't think you will. I think you'll sit here, holler you're gonna do it, and then decide that that's for the best, that you won't do it. Chat, do y'all want to have, like, me to put, like, a tally thing up to say how many mons are currently locked out, or no? Because y'all obviously can't see my tracker, but you can. I can easily mark what we, I can easily mark on screen what we have. hope for the Rattata here. We got the Rattata. Okay. Ooh, level 5. Honestly, that's really good. Really? Okay. Oh my god. You are actually trying to kill me. Bag, potion. We're gonna give it a go. No! Oh my god. Okay, tackle. Ooh, the crit! Okay. I think it would be a good idea to have it. Okay, give me 1 second and let's try to catch this Rattata. Awesome. Alright, so Rattata and Raticate are now locked out. Give me 1 second. Alright, Lockout 5. And a Hydrate. Alright, chat, so we have 5 mons locked out. The whole Bulbasaur line and the whole Rattata line. That also locks out their forms, but we're not marking the forms as a separate mon. So, and that's the only reason they're not getting added on the counter. Rattata. I'm probably only going to use Rattata really for HM. But I do plan to still use it for battles, so we're naming you Rat. If it dies, we'll switch it to only be an HM mon, though. We are going and healing right now. And then, in all honesty, we're probably going to grind a little bit because Rattata was scary there. HM Rat. Okay, let's go get some Pokeballs, too. Wait, Pokeballs and potions. We need those. Especially before we go into Viridian Forest. And then 2 antidotes. Really? Oh, it was because you were cheaper. So let's just buy 2 more then. Not gonna lie, I do need to get Fire Red at some point. Honestly, Fire Red is just a really decent game. Alright, let's go up here. And come up here, get the item. Okay, the mon we're hoping for here is Spearow, which, thank the Lord, it popped up. Let's go ahead and Growl, lower that attack stat there. It thought of the same thing, and I'm actually happy it did. We're gonna once again Growl, though, because we need to lower its damage as much as possible, because this thing has Peck. We're -2 here, so... Yep. Please, by all means, keep growling. Really? That's -2? Oh my god. You're not killing Thickums. I need Thickums for late game. Gonna go for a ball here. Let's go. Spearow Fearow. Captured. Brings us to 7. We will name you Fear. Or no. We'll do what we did in the other one. Y'all named this thing Hydrate last time, so... Welcome back, Hydrate the Spearow. And in all honesty, this is actually where we are going to really start heavily playing into this, because Hydrate gets us through Viridian Forest, and Thickums gets us through the first 2 gyms. While Rattata is really just our cannon fodder. So we're gonna go up here, we're gonna grind. Okay, so we're gonna start off with switch trading Hydrate. There we go, Caterpies. I forget, what EVs does Caterpie give? That's right, Caterpie gives HP. I honestly always forget that that thing gives HP EVs. That crit did not matter, chat. Pidgey, what do you get? Pidgey is speed. Awesome. So, honestly, killing Pidgeys and Caterpies here is honestly the best thing for Hydrate. Because we're literally giving this thing HP and speed. And then Weedle. I honestly forgot you could get Weedle on this route. You're also speed EVs. Don't. Thank you. I really did not want to have to use my antidote here. And what are the levels in Viridian? Viridian Forest. None of that, game. Why y'all trying to kill Hydrate? I need Hydrate. Okay. This Route 2 is honestly the best spot to grind. What do you give? You're also speed EVs. This game is just handing me speed EVs on like a silver platter. Okay, this might be my sick brain at work, but I asked myself why it named Spearow when it has nothing resembling a spear, but it does come in rows. Is that my niece or nephew I'm hearing in the background? That is your niece. Your nephew is asleep. Okay. You're level 6 now, which means you can take on the forest. We need to get Thickums at least to level 7 here before we move on. And the only reason for that is so we can get Leech Seed going. There's the crit. Nice. Perfect. Now we got Leech Seed, which is awesome. Obviously, before we head to Brock, we will need to get Vine Whip. And be at least level 12 before we fight Brock. forget what the rivals team is right here. Because we could try to fight him for money. They're level 9. We'll go to Viridian before we fight our rival. Well, she sounds full of energy, and damn, my nephew asleep at this time. Not gonna lie, I expected him to be mostly awake and somewhat quiet. No, he was watching TV and just went to sleep. Okay, let's throw Hydrate back up front, because the trainers here are decent. They're mostly bug catchers, so Hydrate here is quite literally the best mon for the job. Okay. Wow, was honestly expecting an encounter there. We're gonna kind of just go around and do what we can here. Try to get as many items before we get an encounter. Oh, well, there's the encounter. What do we get? Caterpie. Is Caterpie useful in later games? Like, I don't think it's useful in Soul Silver. Actually, I really don't think Caterpie's useful beyond Fire Red. So honestly, I think we could actually risk taking Caterpie here, chat. I don't think it has a poison type move, so we can go into Thickums here. It's gonna string shot anyways. Plus, Butterfree gets confusion, so we could actually heavily take advantage of that. So yeah, I think we take Caterpie here and try to get a Butterfree. Butterfree's not useful for Brock, but it's at least useful later on, so we're just gonna Leech Seed. Growl, because I don't want to risk attacking it again in case of a crit. So now, go in the bag, hit the ball. Alright. That gives me Caterpie, which puts the whole Butterfree line in our pocket. Okay, we're gonna name it Doom. Okay. To be honest, most of the time Weedle is a better choice to save for future games. Yeah, that was my thought process too, but at the same point, I was like, either of them were really decent for this. Like, quite literally, taking Weedle would have been good to try to get Poison Sting, but at the same point, taking Caterpie here gives us Confusion, which is really good against Poison-type users like Team Rocket. So honestly, quite literally, we just got handed a really decent mon for early game. In all honesty, what we can do here, we can put Doom up front. Heal it. And now we go here, and we just switch train with the trainers to try to level up. So there's Weedle. Doom comes out. We can string shot here, because it has shield dust, so we can't get poisoned. So we'll just string shot to the max amount. Because once again, we can't get poisoned. That is literally the smartest play we can do here. Yep. It's usually Rattata and a bunch of like Ekans and Coughings. So here we go, first pack. Ah, yeah, let's go. Oh, Hydrate, come on now. And Doom didn't even level up. Okay, we're not even gonna try there then. We're just gonna... Let's just go for the kill here. Oh my god, you crit. Thank God we crit right back. How did Hydrate level up before Caterpie? What is Caterpie's, like, XP gain? XP yield? Is it low? No, it's medium fast. What? What are you, like, are you close? Oh my god, you're not even close. Okay, we are going back. We're gonna probably just grind here in the forest then, chat, and we'll do switch training without leveling up there because we cannot risk losing these mons early. Honestly, I'm really happy it didn't give us Pikachu here, because Pikachu would have been a really tough decision to make. Getting Caterpie was probably best case solution. But then again... Does Bulbasaur learn Flash in this gen? Do we know? Chat, like, is that something this little guy gets? It does, thank God. Okay, so... that was definitely something I was worried about. Alright, we'll actually, Viridian, do you... what level... ooh, okay, so... okay, Route 2. Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, trading in Viridian is the better option because they can end up being level 6 rather than being... rather than it being a more difficult spot. Because, yeah, they can be level 6, so we could get Metapods, which would be absolutely ecstatic here. Yeah, so we'll grind here. And there's Kakuna. Thank you for the hydrate. And the stretch. Oh, something popped there. We'll go ahead and leer here, because I'm 90% sure you're just going to go for Harden again. That did nothing, so... Wow, really? That was That was plus 2 there, okay. Oh, so we can't encounter Metapod. We can only encounter Kakuna in this forest. There we go. And what about Metapod? Okay, so you're still medium fast even when we get to that point. Alright. Honestly, best case scenario would be to constantly get Kakuna. There goes the Caterpie. Now that I think about it, really, the only time where we really need to start having... where we need to have Butterfree by... Doesn't Kakuna's moveset only harden when encountered unless it evolves from Weedle? Yeah, no, so if you encounter Wild Kakuna, it's literally only, It's literally only, the Harden. Same for Metapod and Leaf Green. We're just gonna fight with, Caterpie here. I feel like that's the better solution. Because it's just gonna go for the string shots. My goal there was to try to keep, Hydrate from getting poisoned. That's the biggest goal here, is keep Armand from getting poisoned as much as possible, to try to preserve as many antidotes as we can. honesty, the big thing we need to do right now would be to probably throw Hydrate up front, try to get as many levels as we can on it rather than Caterpie. Because worst comes to worst, I can always grind for Caterpie later. Like, look at that. Boom. Let's go ahead, get the, we're gonna hit all the trainers we can with Hydrate. There's Weedle. Go for the peck here. String Shot is perfect. Goes for poison. Let's not get the poison. Oh, come on. That is 10%. Come on. That's such a stupid repeat. RNG's a bitch. On the plus side, I can't get poisoned again. There we go. There's the other Weedle. Kakuna. Not gonna lie, the full green sprite of Spearow made me jump a bit. Oh yeah. So that takes us into yellow. We'll peck again. Alright. So let's go ahead. Antidote. And potion. Hey. So this should be the two Caterpies. It did. A lot of that does, everything that it does right now is stuff it did on Game Boy for the most part. So we should be coming up on the Metapod Caterpie Metapod fight. We're gonna actually abuse that fight a little bit. And that's for Thickums. So this should be Charlie. Yep. So out comes Metapod, out comes Thickums. We're gonna go ahead and Leech Seed here. And the reason we do that is because of the fact we need the chip damage in case Metapod's health becomes too high, or defense becomes too high. That, and if we use a move from Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur gets more XP from the fight. Pet. That should put Hydrate to level 10. Yep, and Thickums goes to level 8. Not gonna lie, it kind of looks like Metapod has a mouth with its sprite. I'll have to look at that. Yeah, it kind of does, don't it? That's not a mouth, surprisingly enough. I've not seen a single Pikachu this whole forest. Go for it. Leech Seed. Pikachu's on vacation in the new region. Is that what's happened? There we go, got a level. Alright. We're gonna switch Hydrate back to the front. Take on this level 9 Weedle. And then we're gonna go back, take on the rival to get a little extra money before the gym. Do not poison. Thank you. Take that. Free potion. And then on our way there, we're gonna battle with Thickums. Because I don't have repels. Is it just me, or was there a trainer in the forest that has a Pikachu? I just battled every trainer in this forest. Like, there is not a single trainer in this forest with a Pikachu. Every single one of them was a Bug-type user, which is why I used Hydrate over Thickums here. Because like I said, the big goal for this upcoming fight with Brock is we need to have Vine Whip, which we get at the next level. And then we need to be at least level 12 so we one-shot both of his mons. Like, the whole point of this challenge is to actually be able to know every decision you need to make doing these fights. And in all honesty, having this thing here where we're fighting where we're fighting the way we are, it's honestly just really useful to have this knowledge. Okay, so hop over this gate. Boom, now we're in Viridian City again. Damn, then why do I remember battling a trainer with a Pikachu back then? I played it on the Game Boy. I think you're just misremembering. There are future games that have a trainer with a Pikachu there, like in like XY Santaloon Forest, there's a trainer with a Pikachu. Alright, let's go battle our rival, Gabe Sked. I might be thinking of X and Y. Yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up, was because, like, it's more than likely XY that you're thinking about there. Heck. There's Vine Whip. What is Bulbasaur's special defense? 65. Okay, what is it now? Alright, I'm Gentle Nature, which I think is this. Which, if I'm correct, yeah, Gentle is up, special defense, minus physical, so yeah, I think we shift. I know he's got Charmander, but I think we shift here because I can set up Leech Seed. Goes for Scratch, which is fine. Now we're Leech Seeded. Now we're getting health back. We can now heal, Hydrate. Goes for Scratch again. Does Charmander not have Ember here? Either that or the NPC is throwing. No, it gets at level 7. So the NPC is just throwing. Goes for scratch. We get their HP back. And we get the kill. Boom. I did not just luck out, you got fucked. So chat, clearly, we go on in. Not gonna lie, also I think my brain just reimagined X and Y, but with the fire red graphics. Bruh. What's right here? Okay, yeah, you're still like level 4. Tackle. Alright, chat. We're gonna heal up. And then we're gonna go towards Pewter. And finally actually do the Brock fight. Like I said, the big goal now is get Thickums to level 12. I don't know why the NPC threw there, but kind of happy it did. Weedle. Let's just tackle. Boom. Go for it again. Tackle again, which should put us to level 11. Yep. What? My brain is confused and sick, but you say that X and Y with fire red graphics wouldn't be kind of cool and fun? I've seen Sword and Shield with fire red graphics, so no. I don't think it would be. Especially after ZA, I don't think I could go back. Come back to fire red and the graphics for XY. Like, it's one thing to come into fire red for Kanto, but for XY, I don't think I can do it. Wow, our first Pikachu of the whole run. This is also the other reason I chose Bulbasaur. Like, it literally hard counters the first 3 gyms. Because it's super effective on the first 2, and then just resists the third. And then for the fourth gym, you have Spearow. Like, you can quite literally, with just 2 Mons, deal with, like, half the game. Like, I know a lot of people don't know that either. It's like, you can literally, for the first half of the game, just use Bulbasaur Spearow, and it quite literally deals with most of the game for you. The only spot where you really start to struggle is when you just don't have a water type that can use Surf. And that's just why you pick up the Magikarp. It's quite literally, you can pick up only a few Pokemon and it deals. Especially for Fire Red, like, because Bulbasaur gets Flash. What about Fire Red with XY graphics? We technically have that. It's called Let's Go. You weren't expecting that, were you, Phoenix? Oh yeah, that's true. The only reason I didn't even add Let's Go into this roadmap was quite literally... Let's Go is one of the hardest games to Nuzlocke. Aside from Arceus. We're gonna try to get as close to level 12 as possible here. That is our big plan. Or actually, I should be able to just go into the gym and get the final levels. How am I on potions? Can I do the gym with where I am now? Let's see. I could buy a few more potions, and then I could do it. Let's do that. Let's buy more potions before we do. Because we've gotten the max amount of money we can get before Brock. Oh my god, are you serious? Those fights literally gave me nothing. Okay. Yeah, we should be able to do Brock and Liam with what we got. Honestly, I thought you'd say that Fire Red with X and Y graphics would be crazy. I honestly didn't think of the Let's Go games. Nobody thinks of the Let's Go games, and that's sad. So, we find what? Oko. There's our level 12. Which is literally what we were needing for Brock. Yeah, you made a mistake there, because Vine Whip is special in this game. And there's our level 13. Like, quite literally, this gym is quite literally the best gym for early game. Bulbasaur. We Vine Whip here. Down goes Geodude. Which should push us, I think, to like... Yeah, it brought us close. We're gonna now go into Doom. So the plan here... We go into Doom for the levels. So now, it should go Rock Tomb. Which, yes, will slow us. Oh my god, that was a crit. That is the only reason that happened. That was a crit. Oh my god. Yep, because now Rock Tomb is not very effective. So you're now gonna go for the other thing. We're gonna Leech Seed here, try to get health back. Because every bit of health is important here. Tackle. Into Vine Whip. There goes Onyx. There you go, chat. We're now level 14 as well. Doom's level 6. Can we get to... Yep, there's level 7. Which means we now get Metapod. And there's the Harden. That should be Rock Tomb, I'm pretty sure. And that is how you do that, chat. Let's go ahead and grab... Yep, we're just grabbing that hidden item there, chat. Got the running shoes now. Yes, now we're not slow. Aside from in buildings. 3. So, Spiro is... Not gonna lie, I was waiting for Brock to run up his gym and tell you that he will join you on the journey, and then went, oh, this isn't the anime. Yeah, I don't think that would help you. Help us here. Okay, so you have 2 Pidgeys. So what we do here... Janice. I throw Doom in front of you. You'll go for Gust. Which we switch into, Hydrate for. We now peck. Peck. Ooh. I could kill. I'm not risking. We heal there. And we'll do the switch training against the bug catchers, cause quite literally that was risky. Yeah, we just win here, so... The only way we didn't was if it had quick attack, but it would have used it already. I'm trying to remember, does this game have a section where you battle alongside another trainer? Maybe late game, but I don't think early game it does. There's the pack. Yep. So we switch back to Doom. Let's go. There's the pack. Doom's now level 8. And we gotta do it like this, chat, because there is a massive reason. Because we're about to have to deal with Team Rocket and Mount Moon. So Kakuna here should only have Harden. Well, I can't just blast off and never return. I just thought about this. I don't think we could risk losing Gyarados late game either. Taking Gyarados early actually screws us. Yeah, but I think not being there actually makes it a little bit better. So let's go ahead and potion. Cycle out. Doom's level 9. Hydrate's level 12. Yep. Switch into Metapod. Alright. Yep. Let's do this fight. This should be Youngster Ben. Yep. So, Rattata. Not gonna lie, I wonder what the Gen 10 evil team will be called. I doubt they'll even be evil. Let's be real, Team Star wasn't even evil. They were just a bunch of kids who got bullied, so they left. Yo, Rattata, I'm gonna need you to chill. Leech Seed. So we switch into Doom. Ekans Intimidate goes off here. And then we switch back into Pickles. We're hurt by Wrap. Leech Seed. I don't know why I went for Vine Whip there, that was dumb. You know what, you're right, they'll just be youngsters or elders with a mean streak for adventure. Yeah, pretty much. Are you serious? That fight didn't boost Metapod. Metapod, how close are you? You're 76 away. I'm gonna go back and heal. Caterpie, so we'll go into Hydrate here. To be honest, Team Yell was the same way. They weren't really evil, but just pep rally. Yeah, they were just more of a nuisance. I don't know why they stopped the whole evil team thing. Same for Team Skull. They weren't really even evil either. Like, yeah, they stole a Mon once or twice, but that's like... that's not really like the biggest thing. Their goal wasn't really world domination, it was just, oh, we were told we can't participate in the island challenge, so we're just gonna be dicks. There you go. Now Doom's level 10, so now... that should be, yep. Our first fully evolved Mon of the game. Yeah, that should be Confusion now. Which helps us in Mount Moon. Okay, Nidoran. Nidoran male. Is it? I honestly don't think we really run into it. Again, where it's decent. Gets double kick at level 12, which deals with a lot of normal types. Honestly, yeah, I think we actually pick up Nidoran here. Let's Confusion. Ooh! Doom, I'm gonna need you to chill. Alright, so that's 13. Not to mention, it becomes a ground type, so, like, that honestly deals with, Lieutenant Surge. I don't know. Do we know where, we get EQ? Oh, you get it from Giovanni? You only get it through there? That's crazy. Do you get at least dig? You do get dig. Okay. Then I can at least teach you dig till we get that. That works out. Yeah, because our next fight, honestly, having a dig Nidoking will deal with Charmander. Honestly, I feel like the concept of an evil team kind of went downhill after Gen 5 or 6. Honestly, fair. I shall name you Kinger. For those of you who know that reference, awesome. For those of you who don't, go watch videos. Oh, and that also deals with Surf and Rock Smash. Yes, but you get the Moonstone in Mount Moon, so... Quite literally, I can get Nidoking very early game. Okay, so... Only a couple of them have poison types, so... Okay. So let's go ahead. I love Zubat too. As much as I want Zubat, it's not worth it to pick it up this early. Like, I'm sorry, but we take too much of a risk picking it up this early. Okay, Bullet Seed. Hydrate, come on. Thank you. Well, there's a paralyzed heal. Honestly, really happy we didn't get that either. Because I would have had to kill that too. Let's go ahead and throw Kinger up front. We're gonna start switch training Kinger. Hey yourself. Is there a chance to get a Kangaskhan in this area, or is that only in Let's Go? I don't even think that's in Let's Go. Is there a chance to get it in Let's Go? No, there isn't a way to get it here in Let's Go. I was right. I was sitting there. I was like, I don't think you can get it in Let's Go here. That's... You can get Clefairy here, but... You have a Magnemite? Ew, okay, we'll have to go to Thickums here. It's the only one that's gonna resist. have Sonic Boom? That is the question we have to ask here. You do not. Thank God. Okay. Leech Seed. You don't get Sonic Boom till level 16. Break through? Yep. There is no amount of this where you... There we go. There's that. Alright, Joven. I know you can get a Kangaskhan somewhere in Let's Go, I just don't remember where. It's not this early. You cannot get Kangaskhan this early in the game. There's probably a cave later on where you can get Kangaskhan, but it is not around here. We're gonna go ahead and Leech Seed. Get health back. Because you're just charging up, which is gonna make it a little more annoying. So we're just gonna start tackling. You're going for Screech, which I'm 90% sure tackle kills here. Yep. Ooh, Poison Powder. Yeah, let's get rid of Growl for Poison Powder. That might be it. It might be Dark Cave. No to Sleep Powder. Going to Doom. And Confusion. Really? There's the rare candy. That's what I was looking for over here. Zubat Almighty, like, jeez. I'm not trying to see Zubat, man. You know what? Run. I know what I'm gonna do. We're gonna come back down here. We're gonna fight this guy. Because he has Caterpie, Metapod, Caterpie. So we can go into Kinger here. Go into Hydrate. So now, we switch back out into Kinger. And we're gonna actually focus energy and peck. That is now gonna be our, like, big thing here. So peck. There's that first crit. Good job, Kinger. 2 crits in a row. Let's go. No, you're gonna stay in. I believe in you, Kinger. Let's go. Peck. No crit that time. Peck again. I don't want to find a Zubat cave. Alright. Kinger, peck. Peck. And peck. There's double kick. So now Kinger can go up against Geodudes too. Ooh, escape rope. That'll be good. So we're gonna focus energy. And now we're gonna peck. It's Crit City over here. Alright. Now we focus energy again. And we double kick. 1, 2. Let's go. That non-switch training is now really coming in handy. And we're just gonna peck here. Really? Peck. Peck. Once again, big goal here is Nidoran evolution. Focus energy. We heal. That's not. That's not that horrible. Because once again, that's only a 10% chance to poison. There's that. I will laugh if in the next game you get the chance to encounter a trainer by the name of Zubatman, but instead of one, it's 3 with different ages. I would cry. I'll allow that. But Rave, welcome to the stream. So we'll go to Focus Energy. Yeah, it's, ma'am. I am a woman. Just read my description. It's okay. No. Stop. Kinger, you cannot be doing this. Double kick. Unless you're a Weedle, which in that case it feels like it's a 50% chance to poison. It really does. No! Stop putting Kinger to sleep. Not the infatuation. Lord have mercy. Kinger. Kinger. Kinger, do we have to have a talk? Thank you. Not gonna lie, I joined a stream last night of a bunch of trans people playing together, and you know what I learned last night? I can't allow that one to come into chat, but I did read it. If I had said yes to that hitting chat, they would have, my mods would have definitely been questioning me. No, that is not a, no, that is definitely true, though. 1, 2. Need to grab the moonstone. This might sound dumb, but isn't your bladder behind it? How in the world do the doctors do that? I don't know. I've not asked. I feel like that's a question I'd have to ask a doctor and not, I don't know the, exact answer there. To be fair, they didn't really, start pushing to find, like, a cure for cancer until, I think it was, like, what, 10 years ago? I think that's when they really started, like, hammering down on that. Yeah, it was, what, 10 years ago? So it's one of those things, like, as much as I would love to really think about it, it's like, if they really started, like, hammering into the research for it, they probably could find a cure. I believe you are my moonstone. Yes. They'd never come out with a cure, they'd lose billions. Probably. It really just depends on who develops the cure. That's the way that works. That's how they make money. Look at Pfizer. It's been in business like 100 years and no cure. That's true, I guess. I don't really pay attention into that. I don't know which one you are. Okay, you have a Rattata. Just a bunch of medicine that can really just keep you healthy enough. That's true. I mean... meds that need to be taken consistently, diet changes never brought up, lifestyle changes, and... I guess that's true. I've not really ever looked into any of it. That's more of my mother's thing, whereas she's a nurse, so I guess she would be the one who would look into all that. Energy? And double kick. Can we get crit? Nope, no crit. There's the crit. I believe crit in this is like 1 in 16 though, so I guess that's... You know Netherlands has been using antidepressants made just from shrooms, like microdosing, not enough to get high, but yet enough to boost serotonin levels in your brain to make you happy here with minimal side effects, but in America we still have crap like Zoloft. Oh no, not the Zolot. Oh no. Okay, so Kinger's now level 15, so if I now use the rare candy, Kinger will evolve into Nidorino. And then we can Moonstone. So now we have a Nidoking with physical 102 attack, which, guess what? Fighting type moves like double kick, and I believe ground type moves are physical in this game too. Yeah, that would be the same with my mom, despite that I'm trying to get in the same field, but for animals. FRLG move split. Yep, ground is physical in this game. So dig and double kick are gonna be like our best friends here. So now, with Kinger, I can now double kick this Geodude's out of existence. We are actually about to start heavily plowing through this game. And we have Peck, so... boom. Team Rocket is just going to start having fits. Double kick here. And we can go ahead and switch into Doom. This is the Supersonic, which allows us to get the kill. Apparently it's harder for animals than for people because I think there's a lot more to learn, and then it's deciding what field you want to go through. Yeah, that tends to be... Thickums, how close are you to evolving? You're a good distance. Alright. Luckily, Teacher is my backup. Fair. Streamer is my goal. Go into Thickums. Streamer is what I want to make as my side job. I mean, I know a streamer who is a teacher and streams on the side, so it is possible. Nope, stay in. Ooh, okay. Go into Kinger. So we'll go ahead and focus energy. Quite literally, that is the strat. Just focus energy and then whatever attacking move you need to use. I'm 90% sure Nidoking can learn Mega Punch, too, so... Yeah, so I'll... Ooh, I don't like how low that is. Really? That's such a low rate. That's just gross. We just stay in here. Sebby, help, I'm dying again. Well, stop doing it. Thickums is evolving. Let's go. Okay. Okay. And in all honesty, we should be able to just go straight into Misty. I forgot I was poisoned. I need... So what we do here... Antidote on Doom. Because I think the plan here is get... Even then, we don't really even have to do too much with, Misty, because Misty is actually quite an easy fight. Which one's Mega Punch? Yep, this one. Yes. Get rid of Leer for Mega Punch. I wish, but I can't stop laughing and choking on my drink. Why are you laughing so hard? Roar. We're in Cerulean, chat. Okay, so now, because we can't go and fight the rival yet. I don't know, I can't remember what I found funny. Phoenix. This is why you end up in calls, because when you're in call, I know what's funny. Alright, we're gonna try and put Thickums up front. Try to get some grinding. And I'm not encountering anything here. Like, we already got Rattata, so technically I don't think there's really anything here that's decent aside from Mankey, and even then, I don't want Mankey. Not right now. I want to save it for, like, Scarlet and Violet. Make a pen. Yep. And we need to save the rival fight for, after the gem. That way we have dig for it. I mean, in all honesty, I could probably do it without dig. I don't want to try, though, because I'm not ready to deal with blue. Yeah, you're right. I think I'm going to Lulu because of my sick brain. Yeah, you definitely are going to Lulu over your sick brain. Sorry, I'm having to watch the time because I gotta take my daughter to an appointment tomorrow. So I do have to rest some. I guess what we could do, we could just battle the trainers, now that I think about it. At 9, I'm guessing. Yeah, her appointment's at 9. Let's battle the gym trainers. That should be our best course of action here. There's Horsey, Pure Water, so we can easily just Vine Whip it out of existence. Yep. Look at that. Beautiful XP. Chat, Ivysaur is just a menace. Level 19. You know, I'd be almost afraid if I didn't have Vine Whip. Ooh, the crit! Okay, you actually scared me some. Okay, I'm definitely going to Lulu because I thought Ivysaur was shiny for a second there. Ivysaur is not shiny. I promise you my Ivysaur is not shiny. Nope. Nope. Go back out. Because we gotta heal. We're gonna just go ahead and go take that free level up, though. There's also a rare candy here in town. I could go do the free level up, which would be just go battle one Mon in the wild. Grab the rare candy. That puts it to level 19. What? Yep, there would be our technical first encounter here, but no. resist that. Tackle. Bye. On the bright side, I drank some medicine before entering your stream. That's good. That's always a good thing, Phoenix. Now, go get the... Grab the rare candy real quick. I believe you're right here. Okay, so now we go back in here, heal real quick. Yeah, I think I might take a cough drop so I can get some sleep tonight. I think what we'll do, we'll give an attempt on Misty once I buy some potions, and then if we beat Misty, we'll call it a stream. We'll call it end of stream there. And then if we obviously if we lose, we have to restart. So either way, we're ending stream tonight on a Misty fight. So, what we do here... Yep, it's gonna harden, so we're gonna take the chance here to Leech Seed. That starts chip damage. And then we Vine Whip, because that is a special move. So no matter how much you harden, Super Potion brings you back to full. Vine Whip. Okay, why I think Super Sentai, but it's a Pokemon theme. We'll just tackle here. Save the Vine Whips. There we go. For first mon down, she's wasted her Super Potion. So we Leech Seed here. It goes for Swift. We eat that. There's some health back. Ooh, that crit mattered. Let's go. Second badge down. What is that? Water pulse? Okay, I think we just go grab Dig then real quick before we end. And yes, Phoenix, that was fast. I literally planned that fight. Because now we just go grab Dig. Oh no! We can't grab Dig? Are you kidding? Okay. I'm gonna save. Man. That was not flash fast. Alright, chat, if y'all have enjoyed this amazing stream, please follow us here on Twitch so you don't miss the next stream. we will have more stuff for y'all next stream, because I did activate a new fun little system. I just don't have it active for this stream. But next stream, we're going to progress more, pretty much trying to get through not only Lieutenant Surge, but also Erica. We're going to try to knock out as many gems as possible next stream. At least next stream of this. We could be streaming something different tomorrow. I don't know. We'll find out. But see y'all tomorrow. Bye!